Joe named Nick, and I'm in Demarest, New Jersey, with my signs. Just have to show you them. But yeah, I'm out on the corner at a Demarest duck pond, it's called. All right, let me flip this baby around. Corner. Again, this is Demarest. Yep. Got my signs. I'll show you them. That's Genocide Joe. And that's Netanyahu and Genocide Joe again with their bloody hands. Anybody who supports these guys got bloody hands. All right. And war criminals. Might as well add Kamala to that list. I always say too, if Trump, even though I voted for him twice, if he was president right now under the same circumstances, I'd put his picture there instead of Biden. Well, Biden got a couple more months now. All right, I hope this live stream comes out better than the last one. I think it's my phone. It doesn't have enough capacity when it sends it out. But yeah. Gets pretty busy, like I said, on this corner. The cars line up, they can see it pretty well. Not too far from here, I think it's Rabbi Shmuley, I think, lives in Englewood. And that's not far from here at all. And you have a lot of Zionist supporters here. And I think there's a lot of Israeli transplants. We'll see if we can get any today. All right, thank you. Yeah, they usually yell at me. But yeah, well, the tide's turning. And it seems like Israel's society is, imploding in on itself. And I always said that. I don't think it will have to be any heavy-duty war or anything like that. It'll just implode. It's like a little empire, and that's what they tend to do, implode on themselves. But yeah. This live stream won't be that long. This is a beautiful area, though. A lot of wealthy people. There's a mansion right across the street. But I just wanted to give you guys a day in the life of the average Joe named Nick. I gotta go down the duck pond. It's really not a pond, it's a stream. It's beautiful though. There's a couple ducks. There's a herring. I don't know if you could see that, but it is beautiful here. But here we are, live streaming from Demarest, New Jersey. Oh, I see I got a couple people watching. Hey, how you doing? Bill Parry? I can't see that well. But yeah. Oh, this truck's trying to make it. But people should get out and do this. It doesn't take that much. You get a sign. And just come out. No, here in town I had to file a report for death threats, and police recommended I get a camcorder. So I guess live streaming is just as good. Well, we'll see. Because this is the only second live. This is the second live stream I've been on. So forgive me if it doesn't come out good, or I hope I'm sounding half intelligible. Oh yeah, Bill Parry says he needs to do that in Lakewood. Yeah. Well, this isn't Lakewood, but it's pretty close. I go Piermont, but it's pretty close to Muncie. Hey, how you doing? Pretty close to Muncie, New York. Yeah. What's going on, brother? What's going on, brother? Huh? You Zionist? A proud Zionist. Do you have dual Israeli citizenship? Are you a dual Israeli citizenship? Have you been to the IDF? No, I guess not. Probably I've been to places where you haven't been. All right, shalom, brother. You get that? I get that all the time. But lucky I had my camera out. They act differently. But that I go through daily here. So when I was in Japan just recently, it's not the same. Like I said, I think Rabbi Shmuley lives in Englewood, but don't quote me on that. It might be Brooklyn. But yeah. Is it coming out clear? The video? The live stream? Bill Perry, is that a thumbs up? You can see I got a slew of cars. I opted to come here a little later because there's a middle school not far from here. But they, at 3:30, well, a little after 3, there's a lot of kids crossing. So with the bloody hands, I don't want to scare any kids, I guess. Give them nightmares. But I used to stand here with the COVID signs all the time. Expose the vaccine cover-up. Oh, I didn't get as much flack though. Oh yeah, let me put my sign down again so you could see it. That's a bloody hand sign. I don't know, it's kind of character-ish. I don't think the kids will be too scared, although I hear them mention it sometimes. This side isn't as bad, I guess. Well, let's see if we get any Israelis coming by. On this corner, let's see, I got a bottle thrown at me. A plastic water bottle full of water. I didn't get hit with it though, thank God. When I first came out here, that's when they got more and more. They got more irate. But people got used to me. It's been, months. Like I said, it's a pretty busy corner in Demarest, New Jersey. Let's see, I've been doing this, what's October and November. I guess I've been out here for at least 6 months with this sign. All right, thank you. That guy knows me. Yeah, I definitely got to get a body cam, something. The phone is good, but you got to hold it in front of you the whole time. Hey, how's it going?
Good. I know we talked. I'm just putting on my body camera just so. I know we talked to you before. To stay out of the intersection.
Oh, I haven't been in it.
It's your First Amendment right, but
right.
Stay out of the road. And if somebody comes to walk, just walk over.
Oh, I do that all the time. You know that.
All right, don't try not.
Yes. Did they call again to say I was out in the road?
No.
Yeah, they're lying.
No, they didn't say you're out on the road. They just say.
Yeah, you know me.
The kids around. But it's your First Amendment right. Just.
That's right.
Stay on the side and leave the.
Yeah, you guys know me. All right, thank you. Bye. All right. Yeah, those are the guys that, said I should get a body cam because these people, they lie like crazy. And I hate to say it, but in their Talmud, but that's what they, taught. You can lie to the goyim. And that's what they do. They say that I'm standing out in the street and I block people. They just lie. And usually when I come out here, they call within 10 minutes. And that's about right. Now it's already there. And what they do is they say I block traffic. I go out there in the middle of the street like I would do that. And you can see where the sidewalk is. If anybody, I'm on the grass now, but if anybody comes, I just let them through. Like here, there's a couple of pedestrians. But I'll back off. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, no, I'm very respectful. But I always been that way all my life. Well, yeah, the police tell me I should get a body cam just to protect myself. You don't. How you guys doing? See that? Proof that I let them go. Not block their way. I had one guy in Piermont. I think he was Israeli too. He said he told the people that I was taking my sign and shoving it in their kids' faces. Actually shoving it in there. And that's what he told the cop. Of course I wouldn't do that. That's why, because of it's a crossing here. So at 3 o'clock and I guess between 3:30, 3:35, it gets busy with the kids crossing, but not on this side of the street. But, I would never, I don't even like to engage with them. But at that time, there's like, look how many cars are here now. At that time, it's like, I don't know, 4 or 5 times more. Let's see. Who else is on here? Hey, Noodles! Oh, yo, Noodles, what's going on? I've been watching some of you. I don't know if I commented one time on yours. Hey, Noodles, how's it looking? My phone, I think, just doesn't keep up with it. I'm in Demarest, Noodles. Video, everything. For liability. Yep. Yeah. Well, you saw it. I don't know if you saw it when the cops came, but they usually do that here. But I know them. I don't know. I know them enough. Because we had encounters. Oh, I'd say dozens of times. Because usually when I stand here, they call, and they have to respond. Because they say that I'm standing out in the street blocking people. This is what the motorists call up, and they say that I jump out in front of cars and everything. Well, Noodles knows me. He stood with me. Hey, thank you. He stood with me down in Piermont, or I stood with him. Yeah, I hope I do have a couple more encounters while I'm live streaming. But it's a good thing, body cam definitely just to protect yourself. But yeah, Noodles looks. Oh, it does look good? Good. I went on YouTube. They told me you got to restart your phone right before you get out. Because it's probably just the age of my phone. But look at that. Look at that. That looks good, right? It's very pretty here. Yeah, even when I go up flat, I'll just hold this. Hey, guy. How you doing? Right? It's a genocide. Right? Genocide Joey's got to go. Kamala's be just as bad. What do you... Maybe Trump, right? It's so crazy what's going on. Yep. All right, have a good one. He had working class guys. They normally side, with this issue. Same thing with the COVID, the shots. When I stand out here, with the shot, expose the vaccine injury signs. Well, let me show you that. This isn't, I usually don't, this is just one reverse side. But this is how I feel about the COVID issue. I don't hold that, not on the street, only in places where people could read it. It takes a while. I don't know if you guys could see that. If they were honest, this would be the vaccine ad. COVID-19 vaccines can kill you. COVID-19 increases risk for infection, serious illness, and death. We made a mistake. We shouldn't have recommended that people get the shots. Sorry about that. Yeah, well, I got fired for not taking the shot. My wife did too. I worked for a pharmacy. It was owned by United Healthcare. My wife worked at a retirement community. And we got fired around the same times because we worked in New York State. And it was going through the courts whether they could, fire us for not, for refusing. And with healthcare workers, which I was considered one, even though I wasn't, they said that, if you don't get the vax, they made it mandatory, you're going to get fired. And there was no other options. No religious exemption, nothing. Right? It's genocide. Yeah. Assalamu alaikum, right? Yeah. It's crazy what's going on. All right. All right, have a good one. Yep. Peace. No war, that's what I want. Take care. Yeah, these people are neocons. They're nuts. And they're all Zionists. What do they want? They want war. They want war with, we having a proxy war with Russia. They've been wanting war with Iran forever. After 9/11, that's what it was. Let's see. Oh, here's the other COVID sign. The world unites to defeat a so-called infectious disease. Gaza, the world can unite to stop an actual genocide. It's so true. Let's see. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm not acknowledging you, some of you guys that are on. Tomorrow I'll be in Piedmont. Yeah, it's hard for me to see the what you guys are writing. I'll get better at this. We can see it perfectly. Oh, thanks, Noodles. People are getting not taking the shot. And one, Nick. Yeah, I know. There was a school teacher that I knew. She got fired. She worked in Queens, but she had to move out to, because they had to sell. Both, I think her husband did too, but I know for sure she did. But They moved out to New Jersey, Harrington Park. They moved back in with their, I guess it was her mother and the in-laws, and she sued, and she got her job back with retroactive pay. But the only thing is that the lawyer lost a few cases, so then he started charging 10 grand right off the bat. So I couldn't afford that. So yeah, I mean, someday there might be a class action lawsuit against United Healthcare or something, because they fired, whoever didn't take the jab. But just that to me alone is tyranny. It's just complete tyranny. Every time there's an event, whether it's 9/11, a COVID, a war, what do we lose? We lose our liberties. There's so many bills going through the Congress, that now it's anti-Semitic. All right, thank you. Yeah, this is crazy. It's genocide. Right. All right, thanks. Right in this area, there's a lot of wealthy people. Oh my God. You don't see too many old cars here. You notice they're all pretty new. Yeah, I'm just a working stiff. Yeah. They say 186,000 dead. All right. Hey, guy. Right? Genocide. Well, I know on this corner, a few young Jewish people had, come up to me and just said, thank you for what you're doing. And a few Arab Muslims. But with the Jewish kids, I think there's like a consciousness awareness that what's going on in Israel is just, it's not kosher. That's a good line, right? But yeah, and they're realizing that. Like I said, no matter where I stand, at least once or twice somebody comes up to me that's Jewish and just says, thank you for what you're doing. And mostly they're young. And they go through a lot. I mean, I've talked to a number, and their families are so split up. And, a lot of times they'll become persona non grata within the family because of their stance on Israel. They just become non-Zionists. You don't lose your Judaism, you don't lose being Jewish, but you definitely are non-Zionist. And that's basically what I am. I don't even say I'm anti-Zionist, I'm just non-Zionist. I don't believe in the state. All right. Thank you. All right, how's it going? That's cool. But yeah, people, I'd say just in the past months, more and more people are waking up. I'm getting more thumbs up. There's more solidarity. I mean, how could it not be? Like I said before, the 186,000 extrapolated by the Lancet, the medical journal, which is very prestigious. You got the ICC, the International Criminal Court, saying that, they're war criminals. ICJ, it's a genocide, and they have genocidal intent. It's been, you've got to go back to 1897, which was when the World Zionist Congress met in Basel, Switzerland. And look, that was way before the Holocaust, way before World War One. But my whole premise is, from 1897, how do you get from point A, 1897 without a state, to point B, what's going on today? You know, not even 1948. You got to go back to 1897. And these people, they dropped the plumb bob in history at October 7th. But the Palestinians been under the thumb of the Zionists. Really, it started in 1897. And guess, of course, who was involved? Rothschilds. And that's, you know, that's them, you know, you can prove that. There's no problem with that. But that's what they, you know, that's what they wanted for such a long time. So, like I said, how do you get from point A to point B? Well, you had to have two world wars. The First World War, they went to the Ottoman Empire. The Zionists did. They said, well, we have plans, you know, we want to create a state. And the Ottomans basically said to fuck off. And look what happened. World War I. And that has so much to do with the Balfour Declaration. To a Lord, you know, Rothschild. Lord Balfour to a Lord Rothschild. And World War II, well, you got to look into the transfer agreement. And there was there's a book by Edwin Black, and that's what the title was, called The Transfer Agreement. And that's where the Zionists collaborated with the Nazis. You'd have to look it up. It's, you know, just to get them to go to Palestine. The biggest lie, the biggest myth, that there was a land without a people for a people without a land. Number one lie. There was always people there. People lived there that predates Moses, so that's another thing. They built something on sand. It's just not true. But then again, like I said, they're allowed to lie to the Goyim. And that's what they do here. Like, that's why the cops stopped by before, because they said I was out in the middle of the street. Which, of course, I'm not. And I wouldn't do that. First, for my safety, right? I used to do something similar with 9/11. And at that time, what do you think? You Zionist? What's happening in Israel? There's a lot of protests, right? They don't like Netanyahu. He's got blood on his hands, even Israeli blood. What about the lie hop on October 7th? They let it happen on purpose. You know something with the Israelis? It's so true, because that's one point I can agree with. They'll agree with me, rather. You know, because all Israelis had to go through the service, except for the Hasids and the ultra-Orthodox. And now they're changing that law. But they know that something was fishy with October 7th. They know it. Because it's a heavily guarded sector. Basically, the Gaza Strip was an open-air prison. Norman Finkelstein covers that pretty well. He actually calls it a concentration camp. And Finkelstein lost parents, or no, yes, he said they were Holocaust survivors. And I think he wrote a book called The Holocaust Industry. Yeah, you could say it's a busy corner. A lot of people go by, a lot of people see my sign. Hey, hey! So most of the time I can't hear what's going on in the cars, because the road noise. So sometimes I don't know if people are yelling for me or against me. Let's see, I'm so sorry that I can't read some of your comments. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wear my glasses when I do this. Again, I apologize. Yeah, I just turned it around. Sorry, guys. But I hope this is still coming through clear. The old empires. World War I was about destroying the old empires. Yes, yes. It kind of some Schmidt puppet. Yeah, well, what they did was they after World War I guess with the Sykes-Picot Agreement, they just drew lines in the sand. I mean, some of the countries weren't even there. Of course, there was the Ottoman Empire that controlled that area. Before that, the Persians.
You don't like Biden?
Huh?
You don't like Biden?
No, I don't like.
Will you be voting for Trump?
I voted for Trump twice.
And you'll be voting for him for the third time?
I don't know. You know why? Because on this issue, he's just as bad. But it's tough.
Pro-Israel. That's.
Yeah, that's for sure, right? Well, you know what it is. None of these guys are for the people.
Trump was better for me back in the day, so that's why.
So you going Trump?
Yep.
All right. God bless, man. Have a good one. Yeah, I voted for Trump twice. I mean, the Democrats, I was a lifelong Democrat. You know, my wife is black. I guess people consider me liberal. I don't know for that reason. But, yeah, I mean, there's some things I still agree with the Democratic Party, I guess. I mean, they'd have to sit me down and talk about it. But, I mean, right now, with all the woke things, and it's just, I think they're just so corrupt that I couldn't vote for them, no matter what. I just couldn't do it. But, you know, it's a quandary if you're with this issue, because everybody's a Zionist. Biden, he claims to be a Zionist. Kamala, well, Trump we know. J.D. Vance, I'm sure. But yeah, you can't get away from it. They just have such control. That's why I yell out a lot of times, this is the United States of America, not the United States of Israel. But that's what they want it to be. Well, before, too, I was telling you, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Rabbi Shmuley, but I don't think he lives too far from here. Or he has friends in Englewood, which is only about 2 miles up the road. But that's why you get a lot of Zionists yelling here. But one thing I noticed with the phone, it changes everything, you know. They can see that you're live streaming. Or at least they're afraid of getting their picture taken. There's the police again. But yeah, these guys, I mean, they got to know me because I've been standing on this corner at least 2 years. I guess it's been 2 years since I got fired for not taking the jab. And, you know, I'm 70 now. So if you want to call it retired, even though you can't even afford to be retired. I bet you these people, I don't know, sometimes the richer people pay less taxes than the poor people. But a land like that across the street, probably paying $15,000 a year, I guess, for taxes, maybe more. All right, I think I'll cut it off because probably getting boring by now. But anyway, this is what I do. This is the The average Joe named Nick. Let's see, I'll turn this around. All right. I don't know if you can see that sign. That's Netanyahu, my friend. With the bloody hand. All right, I'll sign off for now. It's like I said, I hope this is coming out good. It's the second time I did it. The first one I took it down. And I'm going to try to do this more and more. All right, guys. Have a good one. Take care. God bless everybody.